Good day, my people, and welcome to Sit, Sip, and Chat. Now, let's continue the journey. Hello, my people, and welcome back to another episode of Sit, Sip, and Chat. I am your host, Glenicia of GCY Initiative. Sit, Sip, and Chat is basically a show where we sit down with different persons in the community and talk to them about what they have going on. Today with me, I have Miss Dashaun Prince and Miss Glenicia Mitchell. I must call you Glenicia Flexi. Glenicia Mitchell. So for just a little background on our guest today, I'm going to read today. We have Glenicia, who is currently working as a communications consultant at the St. Martin National Recovery Program Bureau, or NRPB. I'm keeping it very general. I'm not going into specifics about, because you've done a good little bit of things.
Yes, I was like, pick the ones.
Yeah, okay. She's also worked for quite a few other companies, and most of them are within the communication and media areas. She's a former student of the St. Martin Academy. She describes herself as an intellectual nomad, a communications person. She does outreach. She's a barista, a chef, and a metaphysical stoic failing forward. I said it right? That's okay. It's what you have up, so I just,
Oh, you took my answer.
Yes, I took it and I ran with it. And then Dashaun, we have, who is an international dancer, choreographer, and model, doing all of the things at once. Say international because she does not restrict herself to St. Martin. She has walked the runways of the region of recently BVI, was it a BVI?
Yes.
And in New York. So she's not limiting herself to St. Martin. And she's also studied abroad as well, and so did Flexi. We're going to get into that a little bit later. She's also a former student of the St. Martin Academy, but one of the best schools by far. It says it in a song, so it has to be true, I'm just saying. And quite recently, you can see Dashaun in one of the promo videos used for St. Martin being very bright and very vibrant. You could have also seen her recently at the St. Martin Heineken Regatta. She was one of the dancers on the stage, giving all of the energy to the entire crowd, and she does it each and every time that she touches the stage. Now, before I go into the conversation with these ladies, and we're going to talk about what we're drinking, we're going to talk about where we be. We are here again at the Great Bay Media Studios. We have a little different setup. I have more than one person, so I decided to switch it up, see how it works, see how comfortable it is. Afterwards, I'm gonna ask you how comfortable are you was, because the couch feel a little comfortable. It's just me or the comfortable, right? Okay. See, that's the point. The more comfortable it is, yeah, okay, good. We are here by Great Bay Studios. We're using a different setup. You guys know the drill already with Great Bay Studios. Guys, check them out. We're gonna have the information down at the bottom. They're here for creatives, businesses, organizations. If you need a space just to create something, you need a little bit of assistance in what you want to put out there. You have it in your mind and you're trying to figure out how to get it out. Definitely check out Great Bay Media Studios. They are here in the heart of Great Bay. And today we are still here with Kel's Elixirs. We had some leave-over, so I decided to save it and then share it with people that ain't had it, because then they would have missed out on the greatness. So they took some sips before. I can take some sips now. Y'all remember the Purple Rain? And both of them chose the watermelon lemonade for today. They're smiling because they already know, so that's good. And we have some Jello shots. What you guys haven't seen before is the Jello shots. We haven't done any of those. So I decided, since I have more than one guest today will be the day that we're doing the Jello shots. Now you guys have the choice. We want to do the Jello shots now, or we want to do the Jello shots after. Y'all gonna leave me decide, because
maybe there might be a very deep and touching topic. We might need
I mean, we got extras. No. We can have now and then afterwards again. No?
Wait.
We ain't doing that? Okay. So
you trying to set us up?
Right? I wasn't prepared for that one.
Let me readjust.
And this is, you see the couch? It's very comfortable with the couch. And with that, we're going to get into this conversation. So, first of all, thank you guys for coming and accepting this invitation to come here with me. So when I sent out the invitation, I wanted to do a group chat or discussion, I should say, just based on Women's International Month. Unfortunately, I had the idea or executed the idea a bit later on in the month. So this is going to come out in April, but we are amazing all year round, so it still works. But the theme for Women's International Month this year was, don't remember exactly. It was centered around investing in yourself, investing in women, and it accelerates the progress. And I was thinking of women that I see that are progressing. Now, there are quite a few. These are not the only two that I know or see, but there are quite a few. But I was thinking of who I was already plotting to have on the couch anyway. And then are not necessarily in the limelight, but are doing things to progress themselves. Dashaun is in the limelight a lot because that is part of your job and what you do. But your job is more behind the camera. But you also give a lot of insights with your social media. So you are still progressing yourself, and you are also a professional in the work field. You just are behind the camera. So I just want to put you in front of the camera because I know you don't mind being in front of the camera. So I thought this would be like a good dynamic to just bring everything together and make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to start off. Take up a glass. There we go.
Not a shot, the glass.
The
right?
glass. We could do the shot too. Okay. Salud. Salud.
How are we supposed to look each other in the eye?
I was watching on you.
Lovely.
You're welcome.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais là? Qu'est-ce que tu fais là? But sorry, no, sir. They got this game tonight and I can't miss it. Me and my boy, we gotta watch the game, you know? So I bringing this in. You check? Alright, let me watch your leg go. Watch your leg.
Sir, sorry. Why so difficult? Look, I'm watching TV here on my phone with the Tell TV Plus app. You really gotta upgrade.
Okay, so miss, tell me about the Tell TV Plus. I gotta hear about this.
Okay, so once you apply for Tell TV Plus,
Okay.
you can enjoy it anytime on the go.
Anytime.
Anytime.
On the go?
On the go, you simply download the app, log into your account at any time, sit back and enjoy. You will never have to miss your match.
Yo, bus driver, take me back to tell him now, please.
So for persons that do not know you guys, do not follow you on social media, don't know you from the next person that is seen on the road, who is Glenicia?
So I try to sum myself up a lot, and that doesn't do justice to who I think I am.
Okay.
So in the spirit of being a little less humble about myself this
There
year,
you
because
go.
I like being in the background, I would say Glenicia is someone who is a constant learner. So I'm usually the person who jumps from one degree to the next, one profession to the next. I'll try to dabble in a few things because I enjoy being in that phase of something being new. You know, like when you just start learning something, like you all in it. You have all the books, you're on YouTube, you're on rabbit holes, and you're trying to figure out. I think I'm addicted to
Learning new things.
like that phase of like just learning things. So I'm usually that person, and kind of like how you mentioned, I like to give insight. So Glenicia is a person that loves to learn and loves to share, and most of those things are revolved around like personal finance, personal investment, food, as you know. And then after that, it's just simple things such as, well, simple and complex things such as mindsets or self growth. Those I would say are the main four things that I like really enjoy learning and sharing about. And by nature, because I'm in comms and because I have come from a background of food,
You know how to share that information as
I
well.
share that information as well, just about any developments or things that I've seen, or actually because I sometimes see people like yourself who are doing these pages, or people who are not noticing that they're like
Right there, but kind of missing it.
they, not that they're missing it, but that they haven't even tapped into that they have gold.
Oh, okay.
So that's mainly the reasons that I share insights, hoping that the person who needs the message gets the message.
So you're telling me to talk to you afterwards. I'll do that. I hear you. Dashaun.
Right? So it's just like, okay, I got some information for everybody I'm gonna share.
Yes.
Kind of that. So we'll both be talking to you afterwards. I love it. But Dashaun is just a creative. That's really it. I just enjoy being a creative, learning things, especially creative wise. Yeah, and then just either share my experiences through social media, sorry, or if anybody see me, I'll share anything too. But really, just a creative that enjoys being creative.
Okay. That's simple and to the point. Yes, I like the contrast. One was elaborate. No, not in a bad way. No, not in a bad way, of course. But like you said, you were being less humble about yourself this year, which you say the things that are a part of you. And then Dashaun's was more compact. Both were really cool, and to see the expression, it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad thing.
No, I didn't say it was a bad thing.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, like persons like yourself or me or other people who sit in the creative sphere understood that her saying creative is a mouthful.
Yeah. Like she wasn't just saying I'm this.
Like,
No, I'm a creative.
No,
like there's a lot of things that I do, but we're not gonna go into all of that.
Yeah, it embodies a lot. So I think that's not a problem, but that's something that I notice, that if you're not in the field of being creative, a lot of people just think like, okay, well, you like arts, you like to dance, or maybe you like to, you want to be an influencer.
Oh,
Yeah, this is what they sum creative into, and it's a whole.
you know what's crazy about that is that with that mindset, because my mind works this way and I'm around people that their minds know creative is a big thing, I can't imagine someone thinking that a creative is a small thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird, that contrast of thought.
I think when you work in, so for example, her creative skill comes in creative spheres. Events, modeling, entertainment, like, so she's surrounded by her pack.
Exactly.
But I work a lot in corporate, and then I'm the, like, the peg.
You're kind of the weird one in the pack because yeah. Yeah.
So when I say creative, I'm usually met by, okay, so you're gonna do like a social media post? I'm like, but that's not creative at all. So
that can be very as well.
So I feel like you both have like that luxury as well, because you work in the media as well, like with the TV broadcasting and the filming. I'm interviewing you now. I know your bio.
That's fine.
I think that's something that I miss, being around lots of other creatives in a natural environment versus like you get called in to give your perspective on creativity. So it's like you almost have to convince, versus when you guys are talking, it's like a mind melt. Like, what if we? There's
the what you just call it, like a think tank almost, because all the ideas are coming together and you're seeing how you can make them work, versus
They don't see
What's
it.
They don't
happening?
see,
What we
and
doing?
then you have to make them see.
They don't understand why this needs to happen for this to happen for this to
Yeah,
happen, and how it all connects.
Yeah.
Welcome home, Flexi.
Yes.
Welcome home.
We've been waiting for you.
Welcome home. Okay, so then, because I have to move along, because this is an interesting conversation, and it's not where we were going. So then, just to move along, both of you went away for school. You told me you went to Jamaica because I couldn't find. I only have limited stalking capabilities, so and I wasn't sure. And you told me you went to Jamaica, and I know you went to Holland. Only Holland or Florida and Holland?
No,
I feel
I
like
went
Florida.
to the UK and to Holland. I did my studies
Okay.
between the two, so yeah.
Okay.
That's what I am behind the scenes.
Yeah.
People, I post a lot. People don't really know because I don't post. Even though it seems like I'm posting about me, I really aren't posting about me.
I've realized that as well. No. I have neither of. No, I have two of you now on Instagram, but that's quite recently. I think I've known a year or two.
1 year,
Oh yeah.
because of Carnival.
Yeah. And then Flexi, I've known because both of us went to academy about the same time. So I've known you, but didn't know you. So only now I actually follow you on social media because I saw your post and I saw, okay, this is not her just posting about herself. She's posting beneficial things worth seeing. So it's interesting because I didn't know that much about you guys, but I'm learning about you guys, which makes this more fun in itself because I got to put you on the spot. So,
That.
how was it?
She's been stalking.
Listen, that's part of my job. How was the experience, okay, living at St. Martin, growing up in St. Martin, then leaving, experiencing the world outside of here, and then making a conscious choice of, let me move back home. First, how was that in the process with that decision? And then what was it when you actually came back and had to reincorporate yourself into the society here?
So for me, I made a decision to go to Jamaica because I wanted to study a little bit more about African and traditional folk dance, and I couldn't really get that going to the States or Europe.
No.
Yeah. So because of Miss Clara Reyes, and teacher Rudolph Davis, they're both dancers. They have been my dance teachers since I was like 10 years old. So yeah, because of them, I found out about Edna Manley College for Visual Performing Arts in Kingston, Jamaica.
Nice.
And that's where I went and I did my 4 years, studied dance and choreography.
That is cool.
Yeah. Totally different environment from St. Martin for sure in terms of the caliber of dancers and then the like level, because it's a tertiary level institution, so the level of not even only technique dance, but we did a lot of technique based, so a lot of modern, a lot of African traditional folk dances. I mean, once in a while we did a little bit of jazz, but it was nice to get away from being fed the American hip hop commercial.
Yeah.
Right, because I feel like here we get fed that a lot. Like I learned so much about different dance companies because they have dance companies there. I was even a part of one for some time, just taking classes at LeCatco, and just the transition. I was fully prepared though. I must say I was very prepared. Thanks to teacher Arlene and teacher Clara and all my other dance teachers. When I went there. I think even the Jamaican were kind of surprised. They were like, hey, you come from St. Martin? Because they already also had this expectation because of teacher Rudy, because of teacher Clara. So I was very happy not to disappoint in that aspect. And I'm going to lie to you, I felt a little bit of pressure when I left. But yeah, I had a wonderful time at school there. And I really would not have chosen to go anywhere else. Especially because of how much I learned about, folk dance and West African dancing. And like we only did classes to drums every day, except for ballet. But yeah, we only did classes to drums every day and just being immersed in that. And that's what you're being fed. And having that space too, where you're not only surrounded by dancers, the music school was right there, the art school was right
Okay,
there.
so there was different
Right.
schools within the one university.
Right. So we
Okay.
had School of Dance, School of Music, School of Visual Arts, School of Drama too.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did some of my electives at drama school,
Nice.
so I got to be a part of that. Like for something that I was interested in, but I really wasn't sure. But yeah, I got to be a part of that for my years there. So I was exposed to so much information, not only about Jamaican culture, but Caribbean culture in general. Like one of our classes were Caribbean culture and identity, like, you know, studying and learning so much about our region. So yeah, in terms of that, very happy, very, very happy about where I went. I also gained, of course, some very, very cool friends. Can't lie to you. It's always nice to know that you have like gained so much from other people as well. Not only people who dance in, but you know, people who are musicians. I have friends who are musicians for different artists, and it's really nice to see, you know, see them also go through their dreams and experience things through them.
So overall, it was a pretty good experience. You happy you left, got off the island for a bit and expanded yourself,
I
and
almost didn't want to come back home.
which happens. Which
but really and
happens.
truly, I ended up being back here because of my last year, my last semester, we had COVID. So I had to finish my studies here.
To get back.
Yes, I had to come back here. I did my final year show here, something that I usually put on this big production, in charge of lights and music and all these things. I had to do it right here in St. Martin and send the video back. Yeah, that was COVID is the main reason why I came back home, because couldn't stay. I don't have any family there. It's really just me.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have, other than the friends that I gained there, I didn't know anybody else there. So I remember I was like, okay, there's something going around. She heard about it on Tuesday and Friday. I was on a flight and I was out because she was like, I need my child to be home. I was like, yeah.
Okay.
So that was my transition.
So it wasn't necessarily your choice in coming back home. It just kind of had to happen.
It had to happen. At that point in time, I really did not plan to come back because I don't know what I was going to do there when I was done either way, but it's just that I wanted to stay in that space and that environment of having those people around me. I know it's different from back home here, because although we have our dance schools, it's just a different level.
Different, yes.
Right. And I thought, you know, at that time it's a little bit of a higher level than what I was used to here. So I just wanted to stay.
And that makes sense. Once you find your people, you don't necessarily want to leave that.
Right.
Like Paxi was just saying, with your creatives, you're around creatives. So you were literally around the dancers, your people, the musicians, the people making the music, the expressions, the everything was right there in that. So why would you want to leave that for a community that doesn't necessarily live up to that, for better phrasing?
Don't do it the same way.
Yes, that's a better way to say it. They don't see the importance the importance of it as much.
Yeah.
Yo! Be the first.
UK and NL?
Yeah. What's funny is what I first wanted to study was dance.
Oh, nice.
I used to go motions my entire life from like age 6 to age 12 or age 5 to 12.
Oh.
What?
I was tiny then, but yeah, I remember seeing you in and out of motions, because at that time was motions and Imbali, right? And I went to Imbali.
Yes. So,
and you were one of the older girls.
Yeah, I come from like the days of Susha and stuff, and I really wanted to study dance. And I remember not blaming my dad, but he was like, "What are you gonna do if you break your leg?" You know, he literally said that a day, because I think I was dancing in the house or something, and I said, "Yeah, I want to be a professional ballerina." I didn't really care for ballet, even though I was good at it. But I said I wanted to be a ballerina. At the time, when you thought about what you wanted to do with your life and you're a dancer, like early 90s, early 2000s, the things that were popping then was like contemporary and ballet. People weren't thinking in the sphere of urban dance and Afro being like the top niches.
Oh yeah, because when I was thinking about dancing, I was thinking about my thing was I was gonna be a dancer on tour with, I don't know who artists, but I was gonna be one of the backup dancers on tour, going around with these people and doing. So it's interesting to hear you say it was ballet.
Yeah, because I was more thinking about being in a theater because I love theater and stuff like so. I was thinking along those lines, somewhere where it's like a job. It's set. I hadn't really, maybe just like you, been aware of the possibility of maybe going on tour with like an artist that I really liked or stuff like that. And then he said that, it crushed my dreams, and I was like, okay, I need to figure something else out. And I went through high school not knowing what I wanted to do, and then I landed on I want to be a lawyer.
Oh.
I told y'all in the beginning, it like Glenn went from I ended high school still a little bit unsure of what I wanted, but I studied business at the academy because math is not my friend. She still ain't my friend,
Math
except
isn't
for like
anybody's
counting my
friend.
check. I could do the check and the taxes, you know, but math was never my friend. So I limited myself by not doing the science package, and I love science. I love science. But when they told me about physics and about the level of math, I was like, I'm gonna be sure. I was getting 20s and 30s in math, straight and steady. I have no shame with saying that because I've made it out of the trenches.
Right.
But I would not pass math, and then I managed to get a 1 for CXC for math.
Hey.
So now my mom was like, what do you want to do? Not that she had to ask me, like, Glenn, you need to figure out your future, but like, what exactly do you want to do? So at the time, I said, okay, I have 2 options. I put down lawyer for the S4 scholarship, you know, we used to do that, and I put down chef. Because I just happen to love food. I love food. My dad cooks a lot. My family in general cooks a lot. So I then had to choose options, and when I started looking at how much it costs me to go to the US versus how much it goes to go to Holland, I quickly saw like I cannot afford going to school in the States.